Well, greetings and welcome. You're back at the sweet spot again. It's Take Action Tuesday, and you're in a series with me, Dr. Derek Sweet, your host, on living in alignment. Yesterday on Making Moves Monday, we talked about alignment, and we mentioned how important it is that the values and the behaviors and the actions and the thoughts are all lined up before we make our move. And beautiful souls, here we are again on Take Action Tuesday. And we're going to talk about action today, real action, not hustle, not grind, not pressure. We're talking about action because action, it isn't just something you do. Action is how your life decides who's in charge. Yes, when your life is aligned, your actions actually feel clean. Simple, direct, intentional. That's how life is meant to be lived. But when your life is split, the actions that we take feel chaotic, don't they? They become inconsistent, reactive, and scattered. Inconsistent, reactive, and scattered. Have you ever been any one of those? I know I've been all three. And here's the part most people don't understand. This is not a character issue, my friends. It's a system issue. It's a system issue. It's about the alignment. When your values don't match your habits, when your purpose doesn't match your behavior, and when your inner compass doesn't match your daily life, you know who's looking? Your nervous system. Here on the Sweet Spot, we spend a whole lot of time on the nervous system. Yes, your nervous system reads when you're misaligned as a conflict. And it knows the conflict and it keeps receipts. So that conflict, it activates your stress system. There's a whole system in there that we're not going to get into today. But trust me when I tell you that your nervous system knows when you're misaligned and it activates stress. So when the stress rises, that thoughtful part of your brain, the part that plans, the CEO of your brain, you know what I'm talking about because you've been on the sweet spot now for a minute. You know we talk about that prefrontal cortex, the PFC. That's the planner. That's the CEO. The part that plans, the part that chooses, and the part that does all the follow through. And it runs the show. It keeps us in the analytical, evaluative, balanced mode. The PFC goes quiet when we're misaligned. In the brain's hierarchy, the PFC shuts down a bit. And the control in the brain system shifts downward. It goes back to habits, to impulses, to whatever is urgent, to comfort. It'll shift down to distraction. It'll shift down to autopilot. So instead of acting from a place of aligned intention, we just act from our old patterns. We cope. We act from coping. We act from reactions, and we act from survival mode. That's why people say things like, when I know better, I'll do better. But then really what they're actually saying is, I know better, but I still don't do better. Not because they're broken or because they're weak. It's because they are not aligned. It's because their alignment is broken. And the system handed control to whatever's on autopilot. Bad habits, comfort behavior, survival behavior, all of that reactive, impulsive stuff begins to take over. The lower, baser nature just takes over because the alignment is broken. And so the actions look odd. And now here's where this becomes deeper than just psychology. Even across ancient wisdom traditions, this truth shows up, but in different language. When your outer life drifts away from your higher purpose, your energy fragments, your clarity fades, your direction weakens, your power scatters, and you're divided. And in the ancient wisdom, they say this: a house divided against itself, it can't stand. It's not stable. You live divided, one self inside, another self in the world. That's spiritual misalignment. This is not to guilt anybody, shame anybody. It's not about failure. It's about just disconnection. It's about awareness. All we have to do to take the right actions is to understand how unaware we might be of how misaligned we might be. That was a mouthful, right? How unaware of how misaligned we might be. That's interesting. So disconnection could be the issue that you're facing. A gap between who you're meant to be and how you're living. That you're not necessarily paying a whole lot of attention to. A gap between what your soul knows and what your habits are expressing. You know better. Between your deeper calling and your daily conduct. What's that all about? Yeah, that gap is where the tension lives, beautiful soul, for all of us. The gap is where exhaustion forms. The gap is where we feel lost, tired, scattered, off-centered, fatigued, like giving up or get a little tired. But Take Action Tuesday is all about closing that gap. That's the action we want to take today, is to close the gap. Say it out loud with me. Close the gap. Not with force, not with pressure, not with like hustle culture stuff, not with discipline, worship, not worshiping discipline, right? Like that's another thing, not by overdoing it, but with aligned action. Get aligned. Get aligned with your values. Get aligned with your higher purpose. Get aligned with your true identity. Get aligned with who you are. Get aligned with what you believe. Get aligned with your God. Get aligned with your divine purpose, whatever that is, whatever your highest belief is. One honest move that brings your behavior closer to your values. That's Take Action Tuesday. One decision that reflects your higher purpose today. Is it a smile? Is it shaking somebody's hand? Is it saying no to the bad habit? Is it taking the action that best suits you today? One step that reconnects your daily life to your deeper calling, whatever that is. Because action isn't just productivity. It's about coherence. It's about being aligned. It's how meaning becomes movement. Does that make sense? How intention becomes incarnation. How purpose becomes practice. Yeah. Nothing big here. Nothing dramatic. Nothing public. Nothing perfect. Small, quiet action of alignment. That's all. So today's question isn't, what should I do with my life? That's a little too large for Take Action Tuesday. The question is better like this. What small action can I take today on Take Action Tuesday that matches who I want to become or who I'm becoming? I know that's not impressive. It's not performative. It's not even symbolic. It's just honest. What's the small action do I need to take? What is one action do I need to take that I've been putting off, that I've been avoiding, that I know I should do, that will match with my values, that will match with my identity, that will match with who I'm becoming? Honest. One action that puts you back in the driver's seat. One decision that shifts control from autopilot, like you've been running on, into intentional behavior to get your purpose, get your goal, get to your next level, get your health back, get your life back. One move that reconnects your behavior to your higher purpose. Because, my friend, aligned action doesn't change what you do. It changes who's in charge inside of you. It changes who's in charge inside your system. That's right. It brings your mind, your body, and your spirit back online, back in the same direction. It aligns them. And that's Take Action Tuesday, my friend. Not doing more, not pushing harder, not forcing discipline, not faking the funk, but living in alignment. Where is there a gap right now between your higher purpose and your daily behavior? And what's one small action you can take today on Take Action Tuesday that will bring everything closer together, that will align everything? Yeah, that's right. You've been listening to The Sweet Spot. It's Take Action Tuesday. You've been doing great. We have Win It All Wednesday tomorrow. If today meant something to you, please subscribe. I keep telling everyone there's no charge for subscribing. And if you know someone who could use this message on alignment and the actions that they have to take about coherence, let's get it to them. Stay amazing, Sweet Spotter. You are amazing. You are now aligned. I'll see you tomorrow. Love and blessings.